Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today is going to be the start of a new series. I am very excited, and this is going to be the Summer Family Create a Sim. So if you missed it, I am creating a new series, and I'm actually going to be creating a new series every single season. So I want to tell a new story every single season, and this is going to be the summer season. And summer is actually already coming to an end very soon. So it's about time that I actually start recording this. And this is the first part where I create all of the Sims, and there's going to be 6 Sims in this family. So this video is going to be a bit longer than my usual Create a Sim. My usual Create a Sims are mostly underneath the 10-minute mark. My first Create a Sim was actually only 4 minutes, but I kind of usually want to keep it around 7 minutes, and this one is 10 minutes longer than that. And that's because, first of all, I'm actually going to be playing this family in a let's play, so I wanted to take extra detail, make a lot of outfits for them. Second of all, I'm out of breath. I get so excited when I do these voiceovers because, you know, it really feels like I'm talking to someone, and I am excited about my ideas and all of that. And when I'm excited about my ideas, I talk really fast and I forget to breathe. So sometimes you hear me go like, just because I realized I haven't taken a breath in a really long time. So sorry about that. But anyway, so there's a lot of Sims, and I wanted to put a lot of details in them. And I actually created a personality for every single Sim in this house, which means that I took extra thought to actually match those clothes with the personalities. So this is Emily. Emily Summer, the last name is Summer, the Summer family. And if you watched the speed build for the house they are living in, which inspired me to do this, you know that this family is kind of inspired by Gilmore Girls. And this is going to be the grandma, so Emily Gilmore. If anybody has seen that show, if you haven't, please go see it. It's amazing. It's like so funny. The dialogue is really quick and really clever. I really like it. So basically, Emily is very intense, and she's very rich. She married a very rich man, and she's kind of attached to her stuff. I made her a snob, and I made her materialistic, I think. So, you know, she's not necessarily a bad person. She's very used to having a lot of money, and she kind of forgot what it's like to not have a lot of money. So I don't really blame her for that. But yeah, she's going to stir up some drama in this house because she has very strong opinions. She's very intense. And I wanted to match her clothing with that. Things that look very nice. How do you say that? Very formal, even in their everyday wear. Very formal, very conservative. Things that match her personality, basically. And I also want to talk about the Let's Play in this video. I talked about it before in the 2.5 part of my floor plan challenge. If you missed that, the link will be in the description to both parts where I'm building their house, which this is all going to be taking place in. So basically, there's 6 people in this household. We have Emily, the grandmother. We have Drew, the grandfather. We have their daughter, whose name is Eve. And I feel like that's short for something, but she just calls herself Eve, or she's changed her name because the name they gave her would be very complex and long. I just feel like that. I just haven't figured out what her name would be. I just thought that Eve sounded nice. So if you have any idea for longer names that sort of sound like Eve or start with Eve, please let me know. I could use that. So Eve also has 3 daughters, so there's lots of girls in this house, which is probably gonna stir up some drama. So that will be fun. I mean, fun for me, not fun for them, and fun for all of the viewers, I guess. Don't know if anybody's gonna see this, at least my friends, so. Anyway, she has 3 daughters. She has children, like young children, like the child category of the age groups, and those are twins, and their names are oh no, I forgot their names. One is called Nancy, I think, and the other is called Mallory. Wow, that's bad. I don't know the names of my own Sims. And she has an older daughter, a teen, and her name is Melanie. And Melanie didn't want to come at all, like not at all. And she is quite a troublemaker. She likes to go out, she likes to party, she likes to mess around with boys and all of that. And I mean, her mother isn't the biggest fan of it, but her grandmother hates it. But she did want her to come to Europe. Maybe she thought that she could talk some sense into her or whatever. So that's going to be a fun experience. We'll see where that ends. I haven't really thought out this story at all. I've just created the personalities in my mind as sort of like the background stories, and then I'll replace them in the house, and I will just see where it goes. I'll try to make them do things that are in their personalities, so that match their personalities, that makes sense for the person that they are. But I don't want to write everything down and make sure that everything happens like that. I really just want to see what happens. It's a surprise for me too. And this is going to end. I'm not sure if it's going to end when summer ends, because that's almost there, and I'm starting this pretty late. I'm starting this when the summer is like really almost over, so I think it's going to move into the fall a bit, and we'll have to see. Maybe I'll make this like the summer family, but I'll continue their story during the fall, and then I'll start a new one in winter. But we'll see what happens. So I'm creating the grandfather now, and he is a bit more laid back. I feel like he could be a celebrity. I didn't really do much for him. I just randomized. I always just randomize and see what I like. I stop when I think it looks good, I guess. And he really looks like he could be an actor. I don't know why, but he has that like he was really handsome when he was younger. I just feel like that would be his story. And maybe he is an actor. I don't know what he does. I haven't thought about that yet. He could be an actor. Made a lot of money and then married Emily, because obviously there's more to her personality than just being a snob. And this is going to be Eve. So Eve is she's going to be a goofball, and she's not the most serious person. She likes to have fun. So all of her clothing is clothing. Wow, that's Dutch. If you wanted to know, clothing is kleding in Dutch. That wasn't supposed to happen, sorry. So what I wanted to say is all of her clothing is very laid back, casual, but fun, lots of color, and I really like that on her. This is sort of the starting out point, that maxi dress. That's actually custom content that I downloaded a couple days back, and I made a video about it, showcasing a CC showcase, showing everything that I got. So if you're curious to see any of my items, there's two things you can do. First of all, you can watch the video. I can tell you it was recorded at 6 a.m. when I hadn't slept yet, so I was very delirious. It's kind of funny. It's very long, it's very laid back too. It's fun. I just have a conversation and I talk about how I can't speak English anymore when it's late, so it's lots of mistakes, but I think it's kind of funny. I just put it online anyway, and maybe it isn't even online because I realized that it's stupid. I mean, I uploaded all of these, but they're pre-recorded because I'm going on a holiday and I'm doing daily videos. I thought I'd give myself like a head start, and I'm starting the videos when I reach 18. And that's in a couple of videos already. The last one was 15, I think. So this is 16, so there's only 2 more after this, and that's when the pre-recording stops. So that's actually when I can see what is happening. Like right now I'm talking to you like you're a person, because I assume that you are watching this and you're not me. But it feels weird because I don't know if anybody is watching this. But I just tell myself that it's not weird, because if anybody hears this, they're actually listening to me, they're actually viewing, they're actually watching my video. So I should talk to them like they're a human. Like, I want to have that sort of like my viewers that I don't have yet, but like they are my friend, like I'm talking to a friend. That's kind of the feel I wanted to go for. I forgot what I was talking about. No, I don't know anymore. Shit, oh no. Alright, and the second thing you can do is go to my Tumblr, where I reblog everything that I download. Or at least I try to. I might have missed some things. Sorry. So anyway, that's the 2 things you can do, but I recommend you watch the video because it's hilarious. I mean, I think it's hilarious. Listening back to that, I mean, it's such a mess. I'm like, the description to my channel should be like, this Sims channel is such a mess, but we have fun, or something like that. So I'm still creating Eve here. I was kind of struggling with her because she's sort of a middle ground. Like, I'm still a teen, technically. I don't really feel like a teen anymore. Like, when you reach 18, it sort of doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like I'm the same person as I was at 13 or something like that. So it feels weird to categorize myself as the same person I was as when I was 13. But my point was going to be that I don't really dress like an adult, like she should. I mean, she's sort of childish and she's a goofball, so she doesn't dress like her mother. It's still pretty young, but it's still not 18. So I was really struggling with finding options that looked fun, but still like she's an adult, she's a mom. She can't go around like Melanie is walking around. That's not right. That's not right at all. I think I was trying to find their names. Oh right, that's the name I saw, and I was like, that looks nice for her, but it's way too long and it's way too fancy. And I made it shorter, and I still didn't see what the name actually was because it's very small on the screen. I can see right now in iMovie. So this is Melanie, and Melanie, I think she's a nice person. She looks nice. She looks like a nice person, but she's really going through a phase right now, and it's difficult for her. The divorce was difficult for her. She didn't want to go until her mom convinced her that she was going to get the biggest room. She could have her dream room, and there's lots of parties and boys she hasn't met, and I think that like foreign boys kind of have like mysterious charm to them. Not that they are really mysterious, but just like the language barrier and like a different culture always makes boys seem more interesting, and there's more to talk about. There's like lots of things to talk about because in different countries there's different cultures, there's different way of thinking, different ways of living. So I think that it's really interesting to talk to people that live in different countries. Like in my history classes in high school, I haven't taken history in like 3 years, but when I did have history, my favorite thing used to be learning about how people were living in that time. I didn't really care about like the big things that were happening. I really liked seeing the houses they lived in and the way they interacted with each other. I liked reading letters they actually sent, the way they talked and all of that. I really liked reading that. Now I'm thinking about it, I should read more old books, I guess, books that are from different time periods, even though they're pretty hard to read because the English or whatever language you're reading, like Old Dutch is impossible. I can read Old English pretty well, but Old Dutch, I tried that and I can't. I don't know what it's saying. So with Melanie, I really try to walk the line between that's a bit too much, like too much skin, too much makeup for the age you are, or just in general, and you are very trendy. I sort of try to stay between that, and you see that her outfits are very different. She has some outfits that are pretty normal for a teen and very pink and very girly, and then you have these sorts of outfits that I'm making now, which are very edgy, very dark, And I feel like that's just, first of all, just to annoy her parents a bit, because that's sort of her age. And also she can fit into different groups. Depending on who she goes out with, and who she's hanging out with and all of that, she changes how she looks. Like, I feel like she could be in the Paragons and she could be in the Renegades. That's what they're called. I think they are like the two like most popular groups that are complete opposites of each other. She could be in both, but I think her real side is the more like girly and playful and a little bit more covered up. She just likes to sort of she likes to get attention. I feel like she would like to get attention, and she really wants to be liked. So she does try to fit into every group she hangs out with, every group she meets. And she changes herself to be liked. And I think a lot of people do that in that age category. I don't think that's uncommon. I don't think it's wrong. It's okay to experiment and see what you really like, what kind of outfit makes you feel most like yourself. And I think that's what she's doing. She's just experimenting. She's just annoying her parents a bit. It happens. I'm sort of talking about it like I'm any better. I'm like really old and looking back on my teen years, like I'm 18. I don't really get to say these kind of things, but whatever. It's how I look at it now. I know I changed a lot. I've changed a lot in the last couple of years. I changed my opinions, and I will probably have different opinions in the next couple of years. It will probably change again, but I don't think it's wrong to express them. I do think it's good to look back on yourself and realize, recognize when you are wrong and apologize when you said something insulting or bad or anything like that. But it's good to express your opinions if it's not insulting or harming anyone or harming yourself. So you can see me creating these twins now. They sort of have the same style, but they do have different outfits because I didn't want them to walk around in the same outfits all the time. I don't know, I just don't like that. I feel like twins should also be allowed to have their own identities and own outfits and all of that. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter, it's just The Sims. But after that, this video will be done. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. I really enjoyed talking to you today. Had a lot to say. Sometimes I'm struggling with topics to talk about, but I really didn't today. So I will see you soon. Goodbye.